Okay, it's working. I just wanted to double check. All right. I gotta make sure I check myself sometimes. Okay. So Jordan is looking for a serious relationship. And Sal and Lindsay, they talk about the necklaces and they say that they're partners in this. So Sal and Lindsay, I think are pretty close. And I think we'll talk about that later, that they're gonna be, you know, are they going to be a long-term thing or is it a short-term thing? I obviously, you guys know, if you've seen the last episode recap, Lindsay had to decide if she was going to choose Dylan, and she didn't. And I said that might have actually been a mistake. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is there a way? Echo cancellation. Hello. Okay. If my audio is like beeping out for some reason, just please let me know. I've been cutting out sometimes, so let me just. Okay, yeah. So we're going to talk about the mating ritual. Let me just get down here really quickly. Okay, so this time the females have to compete. So the voiceover guys, like, it's 15 to 30% of flamingos bring the feathers. So then they start like feathering up in like pink paint and feathers. And I thought that was interesting for sure. Then they start dancing in slow motion. We kind of have this really cool optimal flow vibe with the girls. And I think at this point, like, Lindsay and Paige are doing a really good job. And it's still kind of awkward with the new girl there, because I don't know how long it's been, maybe like 2 or 3 days, but I definitely think that, it was definitely interesting for sure. Testing, testing, testing. So, okay, I just wanted to make sure that this was working. Hello, hello. Okay. So then, let me see. Where am I at here? So then they start dancing in slow motion, and they choose Paige. So they choose. Okay, I'm just. Oh, can you guys hear me in the comments? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure my audio is working. My audio sometimes cuts out. So yeah, it looks like I'm good on my end. Okay. So Ashley said she's having a hard time making connections because she can't talk. She really wants to be with Dylan. I'm Deshaun. And then we get a little segment with Austin and Stephanie. Stephanie really likes Austin. Austin really likes Stephanie, and they have a push-up competition between Austin and Jordan. Right? Yeah, Austin and Jordan. Lindsay says she likes to have a challenge, and Sal is not a challenge for her. And I said this in the other episode. The thing about Sal is that Sal is not someone you would take seriously. Like, he seems like the partier type of guy. So I kind of knew that she wasn't going to take Sal seriously, which is why I thought she should have chose Dylan in the first episode, because she would have gotten, Dylan would have had no choice but to choose her. It would have been more strategic that way. I'm just trying to make sure this audio does not go out and forward. Yep, there we go. Okay. Go. All right. So, okay. So where are we at? Sal says that he's got second doubts about Lindsay, and rightfully so. So then Paige has to make a decision, and you would think at this point that Paige would choose, Paige would choose Stefan, because Stefan chose her to go on the date with Michaela, and then Paige kind of blindsides everyone, and she chooses Sal and Austin. And obviously that's going to piss off her. Choosing Sal and Austin would piss off Lindsay and Stephanie, because those are the guys that, they chose. So they're going to be pissed off. But I actually thought this was a really smart move on Paige's part, because it sets her up like really well, like for the rest of the game. Because now, instead of one person, she now has two people to choose from. So I think that was smart on her part to choose Sal and Austin, even though she's pissing off the girls, because at the end of the day, she has to do what's best for her. And what's best for her is having someone choose, when they do the necklace exchange, like, choose her. So yeah. All right. So okay, now I got my microphone thing going, so I can't really see too much, but all right. Moving on with the okay. So Lindsay is trying to pursue things with Stefan, and then we saw in the first episode, Lindsay has something for Stefan, and she, I guess, because it didn't really work out with Sal, she's moving on with Stefan. So and obviously Stefan was with Paige, so Paige is not with Stefan, so it's a little combobulated, to be honest. I have no idea. It's kind of crazy. So then they're able to talk, and Paige, Austin, and Sal get to go ziplining, and that's actually pretty cool. I actually think it was really cool that they got to just do something else other than just going like this random ass picnic thing that happened in the last episode. So I thought that was a good idea that they had them do something else. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. Hello. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Paige. So do we think that Paige made the right decision by choosing the two guys that wasn't the choose Sal and Austin at this point? I'm gonna say yes, because like I said before, if she were to choose Stefan and like some other guy, like it doesn't really set her up well. I think her choosing two different guys will help her emotionally connect with other guys. And also, she chose two guys that were complete opposites. Like Sal is like a skinny partier guy, and Austin is a fit, wants to be in a relationship guy. So I think the two guys that she chose were actually like pretty smart, because now she's got like an extra option. She's got two extra options besides Stefan. If it doesn't work out with Lindsay and Stefan. They go ziplining. Sal makes it very clear that he sees everything. So, and I guess that was a kind of a jab at Lindsay, because Lindsay and Stefan were with each other. And then they go on a picnic. The three of them go on a picnic, and it was kind of, the three of them are just sitting down, and Austin says like, who the fuck would take a starfish on a date? I interesting, right? So where are we at? So Paige says that she hasn't been in a serious relationship. Well, I think she said she was in a relationship for 2.5 years. And Sal says that he was in a serious relationship for 6 years. And he said that in order to love someone, you have to love yourself. Or, it's not going to work out. Sal says he's Lebanese, and he studies, he's been through different cultures and stuff like that from being in a different country. And this is like the otter and do we think an otter and a starfish would work out? Let's look at the visuals for a second. Let's look at the visuals. Do we think that a starfish and do we think that Paige and do we think this is going to work? Sal, Paige. That's the question, guys. Do we think this is going to work? Because if not, I don't know. I don't know. Crazy, right? To think, a starfish and an otter could get together. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. So, so now we get to Stephanie and Jordan. And they engage with each other, and Stephanie is sort of feeling it out with Jordan. There's a lot of physical connection there. They're not like making out or anything like that. And honestly, this is really smart on Stephanie's part, because like I said, the fact that Austin's with the state with Paige means that she has to make sure that she's safe for this banishment round. So she needs options too, which makes total sense. So then we get to Austin and Paige. They start talking. She said that she was really excited to see Austin when she first saw him. And we get this really awkward, tension. Like Austin says here that he really wants to be with Stephanie. He really likes Stephanie. He doesn't want to screw her over or anything like that. And then Paige kind of tells him like, this, like, do you think that you're cheating on Stephanie being with me? And he says no, but he doesn't want to screw things over with Stephanie. And we're going to talk about that because that's why I was really confused later down the line. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, so let's look at the visuals here. Let's look at the visuals. 1 second. We're gonna look at the visual here. Do we think that a starfish would go well with a koala? Koala, starfish. Koala. No, I'm sorry. Starfish and a koala. What do you guys think? Because I have options. There's options here. Okay. Yeah, because I have a lot of opinions about this, so I'm just kind of curious what you guys think about Paige's decision. I actually thought she made the right decision by choosing two different guys. So that's what I think. Hello. Okay, because guys, I'm sorry, but like I have to test my audio because sometimes this microphone uses too much energy or whatever. Let's move on. So Ashley and Deshawn. Rachel's a little jealous. She being a little jealous. I'm sorry. What was Rachel? Rachel was Rachel. Yeah. So Rachel was a little nervous about Ashley coming in, and I'm not surprised because Rachel and Deshawn were really, they had a really good vibe, and so the butterfly and the duck. Okay, so hold on. Let me. The animal stuff is really getting to me, guys. All right, so what do you guys think about Deshawn and Rachel? Right? Was it Deshawn and Rachel? I said. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Yeah, Deshawn and Rachel. So we have. Come on, 1 second. We got Deshawn. I don't know. I think Deshawn, barely gets any screen time. I said it in the last episode. He barely gets any screen time. But what do we think about Deshawn and Rachel? What do you guys think? Do we think a butterfly and a duck would be good together? I think this works. Deshawn. I think it works. So let me know what you guys think about Deshawn and Rachel. So let's go back to the episode recap. Okay. So Rachel said she was nervous about Ashley, and then Stephanie starts crying because she is nervous about going home because of Austin spending so much time with Paige. And then we hear the horn. So this is where we start understanding like decisions that are about to be made. So let's get to it. So Paige is up first, and this is all about the girls making the decision rather than the guys making the decisions. So Paige gets up, and you think like Paige would probably choose like Stefan, but she chooses Austin. And you would think Austin would say no because he was talking about how he wants to be with Stephanie over Paige. And he says yes. And I'm confused as to why Austin said yes to Paige instead of waiting for Stephanie to get up and exchange the necklace with her. So that's something I'm curious about. I'm very curious as to why Austin chose Paige. So let me know what you guys think. Rachel gets up and she chooses Deshawn, and Deshawn says yes. Thank God, because if Rachel didn't get with Deshawn, I don't know who she would have been with. I think Ashley and Deshawn would have been a thing. So Rachel and Deshawn once again are together. Then Lindsay gets up, and you would kind of think that Lindsay and Sal still have something going, but she chooses Stefan, and Stefan says yes. So we have a new connection. We have a Lindsay and Stefan connection, which is basically a a tiger, and a what is Stefan? Does everyone remember what Stefan was? I gotta go up and make pages. So yeah, we have a tiger and we have a bee. A tiger and a bee. So yeah, that's that. And then Ashley gets up and she chooses Sal. And I thought that was kind of random, but Sal says yes. And I'm not surprised because Sal was with Paige, and Paige already has Austin, so he probably figured like, might as well get someone new, and chose Ashley. But clearly, the old school, well, the old people, the people that came in originally, are not tight enough in which they would save each other. If Sal was able to say yes to Ashley, so Ashley's probably in a really good spot at this point. And then it ends up with a cliffhanger because now we have the only guy left is Jordan. And Jordan really has to choose between Michaela and he has to choose between Michaela and Stephanie. And Jordan said that he's gotten physical with Stephanie, but not too physical. And that we end up with a cliffhanger. Now, I've got questions about that. So let's talk about that. Do we think that the turtle? Do we think that Jordan is going to get with Stephanie or Michaela? Michaela, do we think a turtle has a better chance with Michaela or Stephanie? What do you guys think? All right, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, so now, who do you guys think is going to get banished, Stephanie or Michaela? I go back and forth between the two, for a lot of reasons, but I have a feeling that I would like it if Jordan and Michaela were together, but I have a gut feeling that somehow he's going to choose Stephanie. And I'm really scared about that because I really like the Michaela. I really like the wolf and the turtle being a thing. So what do you guys think about that? Because I think they were vibing really well. But also I was also extremely shocked when Austin chose Paige. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, who you think is going to be saved. I have a feeling that Stephanie might be saved, but I would prefer it if Michaela stayed. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do we believe that Paige made the right decision? I actually think that she made the exact right decision by choosing that, by choosing two different guys. That wasn't Stefan, so she has more guys to keep her safe. And that really is it when it comes to this episode. I actually thought this was better than the first episode. And that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I will do another Love in the Jungle episode recap next week. Tomorrow, I will be doing a recap of Disney Plus's new reality show, The Quest, which is a revised reality show that came out in 2014 on ABC. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Take care, guys.